Okay, so hey guys, if this is the first time you've logged in, this is actually the first time I'm doing this interview. The reason why I started this channel was because I wanted people to know more about Hong Kong. So I started 11 days ago, and what I have been doing is basically scoping, all around Hong Kong. When I'm on the bus, when I'm on the tram, when I'm at home, have small chats with all people and all that. And so far it's been good. We picked up a little bit of audience, viewers. So hey Mafi, what's up? We have 30 right now. Hearts are going in and all that, so that's good. So then ask tough questions now.
Yes, it's time to go. Okay,
yeah, so then I decided that I wanted to do an interview and see how people would respond to this. So basically, the interview will be this person here. His name is Frank, and he is an entrepreneur. How long have you been in Hong Kong, Frank?
8 months.
8 months in Hong Kong. So, and today we want to talk more about Frank's experience in Hong Kong. Everyone is saying hi. And what do you feel about the whole city and all that? So I have a list of questions that we will be asking.
Okay.
And guys, if you have questions to ask Frank, we will save it until the later part of the interview. So this whole session will be for about, everyone saying hi.
Hi, everybody. I don't see you, but
yes, so this will be a 30-minute session. The first 20 minutes will be basically questions I'll be asking to Frank. And then you guys can also throw in some questions if you feel like asking him. If I pick up a few questions that I find it interesting, then I'll ask Frank as well, right? So people are saying bonjour. And
they picked up my accent.
Yeah, so obviously you're from France?
Yes, I'm from France. And yeah. But I was living in Spain before I came to Hong Kong.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How many countries have you lived in?
Oh, many. My career has been international. I'm a global citizen, actually. So, yeah. And I've never worked in France. I studied there, I grew up there, and everything, but I ended up living and lived a long time in the US, in Russia, lived in England, Spain, Hong Kong. Yeah, I've been around.
Okay. So 8 months in Hong Kong right now.
Yes.
What do you think about Hong Kong so far?
I love it. It's a great place. Really, it's a great. It's safe. It's very easy to settle. I mean, with English, you can manage very well. The city is very clean, very organized. Really, it's a great experience actually, and the kids have settled well. So it's good.
So how many kids do you have?
I have 2 teenagers.
I see. And how are they thinking about Hong Kong, like with school and everything?
Yeah, they love it. Actually, they really like it. For them, we were living in Spain in a small city, which was great when they were smaller. We lived in the south of Spain. Great place. One of the best places in Europe. It's called Marbella. But people, so it was great for them to grow up, to play football, to go to school, everything easy. But as they became older, teenagers, I thought that we thought with my wife that the experience of living in a big city would be very valuable, and also understanding Asia better. I think that's very important for them before they go to university.
Okay. So before you come to Hong Kong, or before you come to Asia, what is your perspective? What is your thinking of Hong Kong? And after you come here to Hong Kong, is there any different in terms of expectations and all that?
No, not really. I mean, I'm quite well read, so I knew what to expect, right? And no, it is the vision is the same, Asia is going to play a major role in the next 30, 50 years, which represents the career of my children. Okay, I mean, so one way or another, my kids are going to meet Asia, for good or for bad, during their professional career. So I thought that coming here and having this experience as a teenager, to understand Asia better, to have a first contact with China, will be a great asset for them before they go to university. And that's why we came.
So just to keep you updated, everyone one is very interested about you.
Okay.
We have about 40 viewers right now, and they're asking a lot of questions.
Okay.
For people who just signed in, this is the first interview we're doing with this channel. Frank is an entrepreneur living in Hong Kong, and we're basically asking him questions about his experience in Hong Kong. So continuing, is there, like, for you, I guess it's easy to adapt because Hong Kong, you know, a lot of people speak English in Hong Kong, in fact, right?
Yeah, I mean, for somebody who has traveled, I mean, who has had an expatriate kind of life, Hong Kong is a very easy city to settle in, okay? I've been in places that have been more hardship than Hong Kong, let's put it this way. So, yeah, very, very good city. Yeah.
What about their kids? Because they're teenagers, they're switching schools, you know, they have to say
well, they were excited by the fact that they are living in a big city. Here, they are very autonomous. I mean, the transportation system is amazing. It's very safe. The metro, you can take it whenever you want. I mean, it's not like Paris, for example, where I would be very reluctant to let my daughter, you know, in the metro very late by yourself. Here, it's completely different. Security and safety is great. So, you know, they are relaxed. They have their autonomy. They enjoy it. They enjoy meeting new people, new experiences, and my son even started a YouTube channel in Hong Kong, so you can see everything about us.
We'll do a little bit of marketing about your son as well.
Yeah, so basically, no, but just as saying that he's really integrating well, and my daughter also. So, yeah.
Okay. And you talked about transportation system in Hong Kong. I keep telling viewers, you know, from all over the world, I tell them Hong Kong has one of the best transportation systems in Hong Kong. What is your favorite transportation?
Yeah, I mean, you take the metro everywhere in Hong Kong, there is no question. It's clean, it's punctual, it's safe, well organized. I mean, really, there's no negative, right? Anybody who has traveled anywhere else in the metro system, I mean, it's completely different. It works very well.
Do you think about actually buying a car or renting a car?
No, definitely. When we came here, we said we would be living in the center because we wanted to experience the buzz, if you will, of the city, and definitely not buy a car. First of all, they're very expensive in Hong Kong. Not so much, I mean, there's the car, but the parking. There's not much space in Hong Kong, so it would be complicated. Yeah, you can have a driver, you can do whatever you want, but there's no point. There's just no point. And, I mean, at least for me, I think the metro is very good.
I stream a lot of time, like, because I live in Hong Kong, I stream about the streets, and you see these Lamborghinis, these Ferraris, these Porsches, like, they're all around the streets in Hong Kong. So, like, you know, what do you think about these fancy cars in Hong Kong? Like, you know,
I think it's a status symbol. I mean, like anywhere, there are people who want to show their ego through cars or jewelry or whatever, and some people choose nice cars. Personally, I still think the metro is more convenient, but okay, that's their life, they can do whatever they want, so it doesn't matter to me.
Okay. So guys, for people who just tuned in, we're going to leave the Q&A session a little bit later, maybe 15 minutes down, and right now we're doing this interview with Frank. He's an entrepreneur. We have about 40-something viewers. He's being constant. There's lots of parts coming in, which means that they like what you're saying. There's a lot of questions, but we'll answer them after a little bit. So we talked about the transportation in Hong Kong. Have you actually taken the tram, like the tram on the Hong Kong Island, the Ding Ding?
No. Oh yes, the tram. Yes. Yeah. I've taken it. I prefer the MTR because it's air conditioned.
Yeah.
But and Hong Kong weather is very hot and humid. So, but yes, I've taken the tram also.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the weather as well, because you know we live in a Southeast Asian city.
Sure.
You being in Europe and all that, and you came here 8 months ago, so that was winter, October, and now it's getting warm, right?
Well, I'm used to the heat, right? Where we were living in Spain, it's quite hot. It's summer, of course, and personally I enjoy hot weather. I've lived in very cold weather. You know, I lived in Russia, I lived in Chicago, so I'm used to tough cold weather. Personally, I prefer to wear a t-shirt and shorts. So it gets a little bit humid now, in summer now here, and and you enjoy the air conditioning, but okay, you know, there's no perfect place in the world. So
What about the crowd? Like when you're being stuck in the MTR, or when you're like on the roads where people are just like squishing each other? What do you feel about that?
it's okay. Actually, it doesn't bother me, and Hong Kong has this peculiarity that actually.
Mike is too far away, so I guess you might have to like speak a little bit.
Yeah, Hong Kong has this. People may not understand, but Hong Kong is very crowded. There are a lot of buildings, but very, very close. It's a complete nature. So there are a lot of hills, and so if you want to walk in Hong Kong and hike, I mean, it is really 10 minutes from here walking. And then you are in complete nature, so you don't really have to stay with the crowd if you don't want it, or if you want to get out of it, right? And really, I mean, and we're talking trails 50 kilometers long, 100 kilometers long, so there's enough to walk for anybody, and it's right here. And people may not realize that from far. I mean, people who have never been here, but it's a reality of Hong Kong.
I don't think local Hong Kong people even do like that. Yeah. I don't think there's that many who do the hikes and like.
No, it's okay. I mean, but my point is, if the crowd bothers you, you always have a way to really escape and really have nature as really at its wildest almost. I mean.
Well, just a couple of days ago, I was actually streaming about the boat trip because I was in Saigon, and it was really crowded at the pier. But eventually, you know, once we get on board of the boat, you know, it's in the sea. You see the mountains.
Sure.
You know, you go into the water. It's really nice.
Wow.
And it's one of the things that a lot of Hong Kong people actually do, you know. Okay, so switching gears. Now, the topic is obviously like an entrepreneur in Hong Kong. So can you tell me about like how you got into starting your businesses before, and what kind of business are you doing right now in Hong Kong?
Okay, I may be a little bit unconventional in many ways. Like, for me, the reason I work is because I want financial freedom, okay? And I define financial freedom as making enough money to cover my needs, whatever they are, but also being healthy to enjoy that money and having the time to enjoy it. So I only choose certain types of projects, and basically projects that would, if they are successful, give me a lot of time, free time, and who are very efficient at generating money, okay? So because I also want freedom, I never choose project where I'm geographically bound. Okay, so I don't have a project that forces me to stay in a place. And that's why we were able to come to Hong Kong. We came to Hong Kong for the kids, not for a job, not for a project. We came to Hong Kong because I wanted my kids to experience Asia. Okay, so we came on vacation, and I said to the kids, "Do you like it? Do you want to stay here?" It was in August. And they say, "Yeah, why not?" The weather was good, so they liked it. So then we looked at schools right away, and then we went back home, and I say everybody lives with one suitcase, and that's it.
One suitcase?
Yeah, one suitcase each of clothes, and you can buy anything you want here. We have a home there, so it doesn't matter. Right? We always go back home if we have forgotten that special pair of shoes that the girl wants or whatever, or we can buy it here. It's cheaper. Then, anyways, so the point is, we moved for the kids. Now, because I'm here and I have to do something, and also it box for visas and stuff like that. Anyways, I had an idea of a project already. It was to create a social network in a niche sector. Okay, because I believe that if you take a niche that is not too competitive, and you can be the dominant force in that sector, then there is value. Okay, so for example, so just to be concrete, we chose one which is martial arts. Today there are no really dominant social network in the area of martial arts. So we said, well, I think in about 2 years we could become that dominant force. Okay, and if we have 1 million users, we have generated value. So we started started a company called Niche Networks, and we started actually with two projects. One is for martial arts and one is for YouTubers. So completely different worlds apparently, but very connected. And what we are doing is we're putting in contact the celebrities, which in martial arts are the top masters in the world and the instructors, with their fans and practitioners. In YouTube, it's the top YouTubers with their subscribers. And we put them together and we allow them to interact and potentially to sell some services. So two different projects, very similar in nature. They are not geographically bound. We're not doing it for Hong Kong, we're doing it for the world. It just happens that we're in Hong Kong, but okay. For me, it's an anecdote almost. I mean, it's a great place to be in the business, but I'm here for other reasons. But the businesses are global.
Speaking of martial arts and being in Hong Kong, what do you think about the martial arts scenes in Hong Kong? Because there's so many movies that's been taking place in Hong Kong about the kung fu and all that. But is it really that popular in Hong Kong? Like
so first of all, it's a great place to do a martial arts site just because of tradition, history, and everything. That being said, the masters of Chinese martial arts are getting older. And the young generation is not so interested in martial arts. So that means there is a risk of the tradition being lost. It seems almost that the Westerners are more interested now in martial arts than the locals. But anyway, the tradition, the ability to meet with some amazing masters, amazing stories, the people who were part of the movie scenes of the 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, I mean, people who have worked with Bruce Lee, I mean, this is it's an amazing opportunity. So for us, it's exciting. It also allows us to integrate better within the Hong Kong community as a foreigner who just arrived, right? We don't know anybody, but now through that project, we're meeting some very interesting people, very local, so I mean, very local, right? So it's very interesting.
So how did you come up with this idea of having this website called Martial Tribes? Like, because I believe this project didn't start in Hong Kong, it actually started in Spain, right?
Well, I had the idea before. Well, no, the idea is, okay, I'm not such a great martial artist, okay? I've done some martial arts and I do some, but it's never been, for me, my life, you know, okay, like other people. But I know a lot of people who are like that. And they are very nice people. I know a lot of people who are very nice, but are barely surviving, making money. Their business, their economic model is not very good. And I have a friend, in particular, who is a great master, but barely surviving. And I was telling him, you know, you have to find a different way to make money, just at least to finish the end of the month, right? And but he's so passionate about martial arts, and so I was thinking, well, if I were like him and wanted to do something only in martial arts, it was like if you will, a theoretical challenge to myself. You know, what would I do? How would I really make money or generate value if I only wanted to be within the sector of martial arts? Okay, and of course it's not giving classes because that's limited. Okay, you only have 24 hours in the day, so you cannot give more than that. Anyway, you couldn't give more than probably 5, 6 classes a day once you get a certain age. So how would you make money? And I saw there was an opportunity to in a sector where there were no dominant forces, different websites, but no dominant force, to create essentially the largest social network for martial arts practitioners, and we can probably do that at a cost which is affordable, that I can afford. So that's important. Our goal is to reach about 1 million members in our network in 18 months. And if we do that, we will have generated value. That's the bet of an entrepreneur. Okay, do something and you hope you succeed.
So the platform is not limited to where you are from, what kind of martial arts you are?
No, it's a
What
multi.
level?
It's a no. In fact, the opportunity is to create a multidisciplinary social